Welcome to our guide on how to get good at Caveira. Perhaps the most impactful operator in the game, a highly skilled player is able to turn a single inconsequential kill into a deadly snowball that can obliterate even the most skilled of enemy players. With many of the newer operators coming equipped with gadgets that are becoming drastically more sophisticated, Caveira's special skill of walking on the balls of her feet will seem underwhelming to the untrained player. However, when looking into the mindset of an attacker, the thought that there's an enemy player who can run around the map at breakneck speed without making any noise is enough to give anyone Vietnam flashbacks. And due to her ability to interrogate fallen enemies and grant your entire team a wall hack, getting taken down by a Caveira is factually a fate worse than death. Caveira gets access to 3 main weapons. The choice of primary will usually be her M12 submachine gun, due to its versatility and the higher chance of downing enemies, as opposed to outright killing them. The second primary option is the Spaz 15, which is a powerful addition, but requires much more thought into her positioning. It's also a good idea to run a silencer to better suit her playstyle. However, many players will find this to be up to personal preference. Her most notable piece of kit, however, is her specialized silenced pistol, which is designed to injure enemies, as opposed to outright killing them. This is meant to enable players to score those spicy interrogations, which is the real key to winning games with this operator. Caveira users should put trust in the pistol and know that it will not kill a player, even if spamming it more than Electronic Arts spams microtransactions. And even if players accidentally do secure a kill, it's still much better than outright dying. Ultimately, however, players should be aiming to get interrogates whenever possible, as it will enable your own team to become super aggressive with their own plays, which will often result in an absolute slaughter if they are even remotely competent. However, a pitfall that will likely trap most Caveira players is attempting to interrogate as soon as an attacker is downed. An experienced player will point out that this will likely end up leaving you more destroyed than any shield operator last alive against an entire enemy team. At the start of a round, it is important to simply set up the defending area like normal and spend the entire preparation phase focused on fortifying the position of your teammates. As you have no traps to place, it is your responsibility to barricade doors, fortify hatches, and create peek holes as necessary. Once this time has ended, positioning is of great importance. A good strategy is to outright go directly to the back of the map and wait for the enemy in a secluded area. This is to serve a number of functions. The first is to make it impossible to predict where you actually are. The second is to put you in a safe position. And the third is to make sure that you end up behind your enemy. Because if you're looking for fair fights, Caveira might not be the operator to use. Once you've secured an interrogate, you should act quickly in order to identify enemies that are split from their team and aim to hunt them down first. This is to both allow you to take an easy fight with your information advantage and allow you to chain into another interrogate and ultimately snowball the round. Although Caveira leans toward a very independent playstyle, it can be even more powerful to work with your teammates to secure a win. Any downed enemies are able to be interrogated, meaning that if there are no immediate threats, you should never under any fucking circumstances finish off kills that could otherwise be used to activate Caveira's stupidly powerful ability. Having teammates bait out another player is also an acceptable strategy, as assuming they can resist killing the enemy, you will be able to turn a simple kill into a guaranteed win. If your team is ready to follow up on this window of opportunity that is bigger than Gabe Newell. Caveira also lends well to some of the riskiest strategies even conceivable. Pulling off an interrogate in the middle of a team fight may be an easy way to get yourself instantly fucked up, but successfully pulling this off will make it impossible for the enemy team to win the trade. However, good positioning may just be the greatest asset of a Caveira player, and a dose of calculated stupidity may be exactly what your team needs to win a fight. Running outside may always seem to be a bad idea, however, if your team has an advantage, the timer is low, and you can know for sure that there's no one outside of a building, it may just be the best strategy to take. It puts the other team in the uncomfortable position where they either focus on you and neglect your more threatening teammates, divert their attention to your team and give you the advantage, or focus on the objective and get caught between a dick and a hard place. However, even an unstoppable powerhouse like Caveira can have some serious counters. Jackal, for example, is able to track your location, as your footsteps are likely to be fucking everywhere. Although it's worth mentioning that she will not display footsteps while using her silent step ability, and her location will not be shown while active, so that stupid four-eyed fuck will never see you coming. Lion is also another worthy counter to Caveira. However, there's a little known strategy to completely nullify his effectiveness. It's called the stay the fuck still for 2 fucking seconds move. Works every fucking time. The scariest counter operator, however, is to Kobe, as the last thing you want is to give the enemy team even a doubt that they are not completely in control of their surroundings. So be sure to reject that call like it's your mother trying to give you sensible advice before getting along with your day. However, if your team is genuinely concerned about an enemy Caveira, always be sure to stick with other players in order to counter an immediate snowball. If they think they've isolated a member of your team, they'll be very likely to attempt an interrogate, which can leave you with an easy kill and a very grateful teammate. However, the very greatest counter to Caveira is to simply have the ability to whip out absolute bullshit to save yourself and do it consistently enough to carry your matches. A Caveira will always have the mentality that they are in control of a situation. However, as soon as you actively go hunting for her, she'll often be caught off guard by someone who is ready to give them a one-way ticket to staring at shitty cameras for the next 2 minutes. This concludes today's guide on how to get good at Caveira. After watching this video, you will now be entirely invisible to other players, have 100% accuracy, and interrogate the entire enemy team before they even enter the building. Subscribe for more guides that pro players don't want anyone to see. But until next time, have fun and embrace the bullshit.